play a single season with your favorite team, all while enjoying the classic My League experience. Can you pull off the quick turnaround and win a title for your team? Because this championship or bust mode.
Welcome everyone to a great Sunday night with tip-off coming up. We've got just...
Kevin, thanks very much. In this era of player empowerment, no aspect is more important.
Much needed indeed, David. Thank you. So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. Washington and Zeller are in the middle. Devontae Graham is out there with Shake Milton. And it's Bridges in at the small forward position. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Junior, and it's Hood in at the small forward. Greg, if your system overall for these teams, if the schemes don't seem to be working, how much can you really change before you get to the offseason, or in particular, before you get to the playoffs?
It's never easy. A system change would come typically with a coaching change, and the reality is you also have to evaluate the roster, and you can't fit that square peg into a round hole. Whatever your system is, it's got to be catered to the personnel you have. You can't go the other way around, and I think that's what separates oftentimes the good coaches from the great ones.
No good on the triple. And so Graham will bring it up for Charlotte. Here's Bridges, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Excels at driving to the basket. Bridges making the D get physical with him when he penetrates.
The Hornets shooting their first free throws of the game right now. And that one falls for Bridges. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And Portland with the ball, getting their first look of the season at this Hornets team.
And last season, they made short work of this club. 2 games, 2 wins.
Sort of representative of how they each finished the season. One a playoff team, the other on the outside looking in. I think things may play out the same way this year, too.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Free throw good, Junior.
Well, one thing you know about Junior is while he's on the floor, he's going to play with his father in mind, who was a very good player. But Junior trying to honor his late father's legacy every time he laces them up.
And it's the Hornets ball. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
And you cannot afford to do that when you're in an opponent's building. You got to knock down free throws. That cost him.
How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Pass to Milton. Puts it up from 15.
That's 0 for 4 now. Time to slow it down and maybe get the best possible shot the next time down.
McCollum, no good.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Bridges passes to Zeller. He kicks it to Graham. Shot clock at 5. And again, the Hornets missing.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game. And you gotta love the effort. I mean, he battles just as hard on the inside as he does on the perimeter.
A shot by Milton, no good. For Portland, they've gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. And it's Lillard missing.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. So for the Trailblazers, Whiteside's checked in for Nurkic, and Anthony subbed in for Rodney Hood. Charlotte making a switch here. Now the pass to Baisley. Down low. Biombo with it. Right side's there. 4 on the shot clock. Biombo trying to break free. He doesn't hit that one. Some solid defense from Lillard. The wide open look here for Anthony. He's off on that one. And the Hornets now going the other way. Passes it to Bridges. Trying to end the drought. Charlotte again missing.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look. And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Back to Lillard. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Portland again missing.
If he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Back to Bridges. Over Junior. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Junior.
Just good at drawing fouls. Bridges plays well in traffic and through.
Trailblazers leading by 6. We've got Hood. Ewing is out there with Nurkic. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Trent in at the shooting guard. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Hood for 3. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
It's a good weapon for Rodney Hood. When he's got his feet set, he can sometimes get it going from outside the arc.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Junior, in his last outing against the Bucks, put on a show. He finished with 20 points, but it was his season high in rebounds that really stood out. A very solid stat line for him in what was a terrific outing. And you know he wants to keep the momentum going, Kevin.
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
They're going up against a team that had no answer for him. We'll see if it plays out the exact same way here tonight.
McCollum's checked in for the Trailblazers. And a switcher also for Charlotte. Graham's checked in. Free throw good, Junior. Greg, did you know when you were playing that you'd eventually want to call games, be in the broadcast table?
Kevin, no idea. I didn't have any clue. And quite honestly, didn't really think that there was a career that one could have in terms of broadcasting. Because cable was just kind of coming on as I was retiring. You didn't have your own network and the things that we take for granted now. So looking back on it, no, but boy, am I glad I did.
I am glad you did too. You probably don't remember this. Doc Rivers and I were doing a game. You came over to say hi to the two of us, went back out on the floor. Doc nudges me and said he'll be great in TV stuff. We saw it then.
He's a good mind. The man knows what he's talking about.
Greg, maybe not the tallest big in the league, but Washington's reach is the great equalizer.
Stan's only 6'7", but that 7'2" wingspan, it allows him to play big, snatch rebounds in traffic, and make contested shots in the paint. I think the young fella's got a bright future.
And the second free throw, good. Well, in the dunk contest, we saw Michael Jordan take on Dominique Wilkins. These days, not as many star players are participating in these skills competitions, like Greg, the slam dunk.
I think it's a great point you raised, Kevin, and I think in part because back in that era, you know, the reality is guys didn't make the kind of dollars they make today. And there was more risk, I guess, in the mindset of guys today, and they didn't want to take that challenge on. So I wish we could see more of our stars in the slam dunk contest, but
yes.
I don't think that's going to be the case, unfortunately, as much as we all like to see it.
To the middle, here's Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
Well, if you go to Lehigh, of course, you're going to make smart plays. McCollum good at sensing when his man was going to be wide open.
Here's Baisley. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Suns in Phoenix. Pass to Graham. Count that bucket. Graham's got his first bucket of the night.
All the way to the bucket, no resistance, just swipe the candy from him.
Now a timeout called by Portland. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
The fans certainly got their money's worth in that game. Boy, was that a battle, and it turned out to be a real gritty win for them.
Man, they had to scrape and claw just to get themselves back into the game and into overtime, but they really kept their composure in the extra 5 minutes, and it paid off for the win.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic, and Trevor Ariza subbed in for Hood.
람보님 안녕하세요.
Outside Martin. That one doesn't go. Good D by Ariza. Portland leading by 11. Three-pointer Lillard. A rebound by Washington.
Been a struggle for him tonight, but if they can make this lead hold up, he can just chalk this up as one of those nights.
Ariza against Martin to the inside. Here's Zeller, and the shot goes in.
말빨이 역시 재밌네요,
for the
캐릭터가.
Hornets.
Really heads up there, a play where you locate the best open pass and then you get it there for an easy bucket.
Here's McCollum. Here's Ewing. Back to Lillard. To the left side wing. Second shot opportunity. Ewing. Yep, that one goes in there. Junior's got 7 now in this quarter.
And they're finally starting to shake off the horrible shooting slump they suffered there through the first quarter.
That's a 2 from Martin. They get it back. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater.
Junior staying all over the shooter right there. Not an easy shot.
And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers holding on to an 11-point cushion. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Junior in this one, he's been everywhere.
Something has kicked him into gear tonight as he has done work on the offensive end.
I think he's enjoying it too. So rare to have an offensive explosion from him. You know his teammates are loving that as well.
Here's who James Borrego is starting the second half with. Washington and Zeller are in the middle. Shake Milton is out there with Devontae Graham. And it's Bridges in at the small forward. Milton kicks to Bridges. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. To the wing on the left. Pass to Milton. Takes the three. And it's Portland with the rebound. Junior's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. And a deep three from Lillard. No good on that one. And Charlotte will come the other way.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
Hood drives in. Lillard, the pass to Ewing. Goes back up. Hood kicks to McCollum. Three-pointer, Lillard. A three-pointer is right on target. Lillard's got 5.
This is so good. A rising, firing and dismantling defenses.
And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
We talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
Here's Ewing. Nurkic trying to get open. And Junior with the basket on the assist by McCollum.
Some players don't like to attack the interior. Not the case with Junior. He'll attack anywhere he sees an opening.
So Charlotte calls timeout. They're first. A lot of great talkers over the years. Trash talkers on the floor in this league. McCollum against Martin. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front.
Shake Milton, he's checked in for Charlotte. The pass to Washington. Here's Baisley, covered by Lillard. Milton with it. He's still scoreless so far in this one. That one's in there, and the Portland lead is cut down now to just 9 on the basket from Washington.
And that's definitely a shot that he has in his arsenal.
Floats it up for Junior.
Right now, you just got to find ways to feed Junior the basketball.
Here's Martin. Over McCollum. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And we'll be right back. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. On the floor for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Ewing is out there with Hood, and it's Nurkic in at the 5.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
And that one, good.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. McCollum outside. Passes to Hood. To the right side. The baseline J. Here's Ewing, and then Ewing with the dunk.
That's the toughness that a coach really loves to see as Junior just looks at the defense and sets himself up to go.
Bridges, he's checked in for Martin.
One shot.
Free throw no good for Junior. Hornets trail by 11. Milton in the corner. No good on the 3. The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Snatched away. Fast break. Here we go. Knocked away and stolen by Lillard. Now here's Hood. He's tightly guarded. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Here's Junior. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Now the pump fake and then the contact. Junior putting the defense in a tough spot.
And the first one at the line is good. Both free throws good from Ewing. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Here's Baisley. He's guarded by Nurkic. And the Hornets miss again.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Hood can't get it to go.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight. It wouldn't surprise me to see him find his touch and still be a factor. Don't count them out yet.
Now here's McCollum. He's covered by Washington. Nurkic dishes to Ewing, and Junior throws it down.
Nurkic getting more and more comfortable at finding the open men on this team.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Baisley, covered by Lillard. The putback, and it's Junior with the rebound. Junior's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. Outside Hood. Pass to Junior. Double team on Ewing. Now here's Hood. Guarded close. Here's Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Charlotte calls timeout. They're behind by 17. 1:57 left in the fourth quarter. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Junior.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
This is as good a game as we've seen him play, and this crowd can't get enough of it. When he explodes like this, it becomes a special atmosphere in here. The Blazers on offense. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Hood kicks to Lillard. He feeds it to McCollum. From deep three-point range, that's another rebound. He hauls in his 20th rebound.
Dominating the glass.
Well, not only can Junior step up and knock down free throws, he's also going to rack up a lot of team fouls. He's getting to the line here.
And a lot of talk, Greg, about in-season tournaments in the NBA to spur fan interest. The proposal was tabled for a bit. What are your thoughts on that?
You know, cash prizes for the players and coaching staffs, that always seems like a good idea. I just wonder, Kevin, if they're going to have any cash prizes for the broadcasters. Because
I hope
now
so.
I think they're on to something. If we could get that, you know. But in all seriousness, we see that in soccer, right? And it seems to work well. And I think if it can spur some more interest from fans, then I'd be all for it.
Yeah, the fans love it watching soccer.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Portland.
Their shot blocking turned out to give them a big advantage in this game.
Yeah, excellent defense around the rim there, Kevin. That they were disciplined and focused.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Junior.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving you.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
Yeah, huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
Now, here's Monk. He's guarded by Collins. Monk, the pass to McDaniels. Clock at 4, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Yeah, that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Here's Ewing. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and played with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by
Hey, good to see you.
Great game. Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do. Just like that.
Shut up, shut up!
Again.
Yeah, let's get it. Do it. Get started, man. Let's get started.
You could do better than that.
Hey, hit me up.
Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
Yo, watch him.
Shot. That's all you. Get the board. What's the foul?
You're like money in the bank.
Give me that.
on, man.
It might be good enough for the City League, but it's not going to cut it here.
Hey, help!
Hey, I'll see you later.
Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're going to do. Keep it going.
Yeah, way to take it strong. Finish that.
Get your head in the game.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
Get the next one.
Hey, see you later, man.
Let's get to work. Here's what we're going to do.
Focus, focus.
Hey, he can ball, huh?
That's all you, Azam. That's all you.
Nice shot. I can't even watch this.
Keep firing, Hassan.
Next time, man. Next time.
Is ready for all challengers.
But let's say you want to skip the regular season and go right to the buzz of the postseason. In that case, My League also offers playoffs mode, where you can enjoy a customizable NBA or WNBA playoffs experience.
It's just about game time. The Blazers never looked more confident than they do right now and did earlier on. The sun setting over the busy metropolis of Houston, Texas. And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Kevin, thank you.
Oh, that's a great story. David, thank you. Terrific talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. McCollum, the 2, and Hood, the 3. Nurkic is out there with Junior, and it's Lillard in at the 1. One for the Rockets. Harden and Gordon are out on the wings. Robert Covington out there with P.J. Tucker, and it's Westbrook in at the point guard position. A nice shot by Ewing.
And what muscle from Junior, welcoming the contact and just pushing his way through.
Gordon against Hood. Here's Tucker. Off target from three-point range. And now Portland on the break. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
And for a point guard, Lillard has some hops. Outstanding at knowing when to use them for the dunk.
About 1 minute into the first quarter. Westbrook against McCollum. Westbrook can't get it to go. Here's Lillard. Softly drops in the floater.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Here's Westbrook. The Rockets again can't hit.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
And Junior throws it down.
Boy, I love that from Junior. Excellent anticipation and pretty good bounce on display, too.
And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
And, you know, the guys on the bench have great confidence in themselves. And when their name was called, they were ready to compete and contribute.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
A tremendous mobile one block that we had to see again. Great send back.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here.
I'm not sure whose fault that was, guys, but they need to get on the same page here.
Here's Westbrook. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Memphis. Covington finds Westbrook. The pass to Harden. Gordon with no one around.
Yeah, love the job they've done here to protect the paint.
I like the way they've kept them shooting jump shots. No coincidence to find them in the lead.
And the foul on Harden. That is his first foul of the game. Green, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. And then for the Trailblazers, Whiteside comes in for Yusuf Nurkic. And Anthony subbed in for Hood. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Deep two from Anthony. The Trailblazers rebound, and Whiteside stays right with it.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes the team.
Westbrook dishes to Harden. Outside Gordon. For three, Westbrook. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
Love the preparation that time by Westbrook. He was ready to shoot it before he caught it.
McCollum outside, inside. Here's Whiteside. That's tipped. Covington with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Covington with the ball. And the basket by Harden.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
Here's Ewing, and Junior throws it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
And hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Westbrook against Lillard. Westbrook passes to Harden. And there it is for him.
Yet another hard shot that Harden makes look easy. Amazing at measuring the floating jumper.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
And it's kind of the running joke when you think of James Harden, often maligned for his lack of effort defensively, but
Rockets have gone 5 of 7 from the free throw line in the game.
and when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
No doubt, Greg, you are known as being a gritty, in-your-face defender. When you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. Rivers out there with Harden. Then it's Robert Covington. Then it's P.J. Tucker. And it's Mwaba in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 for Houston right now. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Junior, in his last outing against the Hornets, was phenomenal. He finished with 20 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what became a great exhibition on his part. He racked up big numbers in what was a really good performance. Can he carry it over tonight? We'll see, Kevin.
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
Yeah, you know, every night's different. They may try to double him, might force him to adjust, or force him to make plays with the pass instead. We'll see.
And that corner 3, a cornerstone of P.J. Tucker's game. Takes and makes them as much as anybody in the league.
And Greg, how about this little factoid? Back at the University of Texas, he only shot 4 triples in 3 seasons. Floor spacing was not a part of his game. It was about getting that thing in the paint. But to his credit, and it's an example for all young players, through hard work, that short corner has become his bread and butter shot. Talk about a total transformation from no threes to being a dead-eye corner 3 shooter.
Covington kicks to Westbrook. Houston moving the ball around. Fires from deep. Drills the three-pointer. Westbrook's got the lead up to 2 now for the Rockets.
Well, and that's a big deal for Westbrook because when he starts to knock down shots from distance, it really opens up his full bag of attack mode offense.
Here's Ewing. Yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
to play here in the second quarter. Here's Westbrook. It's hauled in by Ewing. Ewing's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Lillard, right side. Drills it from outside. And now a three-point Trailblazer lead.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
Here's Westbrook. The 10-footer finds the target. Westbrook's got 5 points now in the quarter.
He does not lack for confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy is a dangerous scorer.
McCollum outside. Back to Lillard. Outside Hood to the paint. Feeds it to Nurkic. Stolen by Tucker. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. He's looking for Gordon and finds him. He kicks to Westbrook. Poke loose. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And here are the Trailblazers now. Portland leading. Here's Lillard, and Lillard throws it down.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defenders.
Harden scanning the floor. That one's not going to go.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Portland out in front, up by 3. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the... And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Junior in this one, he's been everywhere.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Yeah, he's got that locked-in look in his eyes tonight, and he's not going to start taking it easy. I think he's going to be going hard until that final whistle blows.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the floor for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Junior's out there with Rodney Hood, and it's Nurkic in at the 5. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. The Rockets last season traded Clint Capella for Robert Covington. The front office felt it was a move they had to make to go from good to great. And, of course, they certainly gave up size, but with Westbrook and Harden in the lineup, they needed more shooting, with open driving lanes to be at their best. And Covington provides that, along with great perimeter defense. Guys?
A team that's no stranger to bold moves. Thanks, David. Right side Hood. Back to Nurkic. To the middle. Ewing inside. Guarded by Tucker. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
You know, guys, sometimes that just happens, but you don't like to see it when the game is this close.
And we just got a second look there at the exceptional Mobile 1 block.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
Pass to Harden for the 3. And it's Junior with the rebound. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Collins against Green. Just 5 on the clock. With the teardrop, got a hand on it.
That's a big donut, folks, here to start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
And it's Gordon missing. Portland trailing here. Nobody near Lillard. Portland no good that time either.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs. And the league's preeminent practitioner of the step-back 3, James Harden, is as good as it gets. And, you know, like the skyhook, an unguardable shot. And paired with his dribble drive, a 2-move torture chamber.
Now a timeout called by Portland. And thanks to that step back, Harden already the all-time leader in unassisted three-point shots.
And not to mention 4-point plays. And up until recently, teams built elaborate offenses to create their three-point looks. Harden the first to do it one-on-one with volume and efficiency.
And McLemore, he's checked in for the Rockets. Austin Rivers comes in for James Harden. The feed to Ewing. Double team on Ewing. To stop the run. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And the Trailblazers making it. Trailblazers leading by 5. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Gordon is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Green in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets.
Lillard is really a force of nature. I mean, an incredible talent who torches just about everybody with his scoring ability.
And both free throws good for Damian Lillard.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
And for the Rockets, they're shooting the ball at 42%. Westbrook dishes to Harden. Passes it to Gordon. Down low, Westbrook can't hit that one. Nice D from Lillard.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
And that's been the key to this league. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And Portland has possession. Nurkic, the pass to Lillard. Over Westbrook. And it's Lillard missing.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a...
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And the basket by Harden.
We often talk about Gordon's scoring ability, but there, great feed to an open teammate.
Trailblazers leading by 5. Outside Anthony. Pass to McCollum. Launches a 3. The offensive rebound. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
You know, it took Nurkic a while to kind of establish himself as a starting center in the NBA, but it didn't take long to see it's a role he deserves.
And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Trailblazers.
Guys, how about all the second chance points they've been able to convert throughout the game?
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
And he makes the first. Houston making a switch here. Tucker's checked in. Free throws good for Nurkic.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
That's exactly how you do it. Defender pressing up on you, you press right back.
Lillard against Westbrook. Good for his 6th make in a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
Westbrook has really honed his ball handling skills, so now he's able to create very well off the dribble.
And the pass to Carmelo, pulls it up. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And they get the rebound, but guys, that's been the issue throughout the game.
Yep, and the results on the scoreboard are attributed to how they've been out-rebounded thus far.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Rockets trail by 3. And McCollum with the block. Kicks it out to Harden. Outside Westbrook. Over McCollum. And it's Westbrook missing. The Trailblazers have gotten off to a rough start in the 4th quarter, going 0 for 4 so far. Anthony dishes to Junior. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. And the Trailblazers lead by 5.
And Junior just doesn't seem to get rattled in big moments. That's composure at its finest.
Pass to Green. Dishes it to Westbrook. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Here's McCollum. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on James Harden.
McCollum's carved out an impressive NBA career for himself, and I think he's still ascending. He was the 10th pick in the 2013 NBA draft. He's still got plenty of upside.
Rodney Hood's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. At the line, and it's a 7-point game.
You know, important for him to come through at the line there because they want to expand that lead.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They're trailing by 7. 1:53 left in the game. And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Junior.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. And that has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
If he could only contribute like this for them every night, you can't overstate how much better it makes this team when he has a game like this. And on the road, no less. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, the Rockets coach had some words for his team during the timeout. He told them, look, guys, we're running out of time. If we're going to make a move, it's got to be now. Are you guys ready to make a move? They all nodded, and he said, then go take it.
Thanks, David.
Boy, you talk about a skilled offensive player. Junior makes the defense adjust to him.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. Robert Covington's checked in for the Rockets. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
And you can clearly see Junior is still accustomed to fighting for every inch. Every game, every play, he's out here giving his absolute all.
The 3 from Harden. That one doesn't drop. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Lillard, the pass to Junior. 1:05 left to play here in the 4th.
That is prototype rebounding right there. He gets the position down low, boxes out, and then corrals it.
Tucker can't get it to go.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Ewing against Westbrook. Ewing inside. Lillard outside. There's the 3. They get it back. Nurkic kicks to McCollum. Hood, the pass to Junior. Tries again. Nurkic trying to get open. And Junior with the layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 8.
Well, when you play with Junior's level of desire, you simply do not go down easy.
Timeout called, the Rockets. They're down by 8. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so it's Portland winning this one. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time.
What I do? Hey, need some help? Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do. Man, I can't even watch this.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
Hey, yo, right here.
Yeah, get serious. Come on.
See you later.
Good to know that you understand there's more to this game than offense. Let's work on that defense today.
Keep it going. Get the next one. Come on, focus. Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do. Get your head into the game.
which teams will make your postseason bracket and get the tournament started. You can play the games yourself, simulate them, or a combination of both as you eventually crown your NBA or WNBA champion. The grind of the postseason is no joke, so
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong. And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip.
Kevin, thank you. There is
indeed something special, David. Thanks. The starters for the Portland Trailblazers. McCollum the 2 and Hood the 3. Nurkic is out there with Ewing, and it's Lillard in at the 1. And for Dallas, Draymond Green is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Doncic. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. Greg, how hard is it to maintain focus this time of year when you know you're on a championship contending team?
You know, some of that I think depends on the leadership you have in your locker room. Certain guys just keep everybody engaged and motivated. And you know what? You've got to break the season down into chapters to help yourself with the motivation, because sometimes that season can be so long and it's hard to stay focused in the present when you start thinking about the postseason.
I agree. Inside and stolen by Hood. Lillard outside. Passes it to McCollum. Nurkic dishes to Lillard. Here's Junior. Second chance shot. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Ooh, Junior got the better of that defender right there. Clever up fake.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And really, guys, his percentage from the line at 70 isn't quite up to snuff.
And he knocks down the first one. Both free throws good from Ewing.
Well, this guy's a native of Newark, New Jersey, and he exemplifies, Junior, the grit and grind of his city in how he plays. You talk about hard-nosed, that's Junior.
Pass to Porzingis. To the inside. And Ewing with the block.
Oh, how about that hustle from Junior? Send it back. You will have to finish harder than that if you want to convert in traffic.
Here's McCollum. Nurkic trying to get open. McCollum no good.
Well, it can't get worse than this. 0 for 4 to start.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Dallas no good that time either. So for Dallas, their last game a win against the Kings.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it. And it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
The 3. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
Hood, the pass to Junior. And a wide open look for McCollum. Offline with his 3. And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM. Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. And you can see the floor awareness there. Junior more than capable of spotting the open teammate.
Pass to Green. And here's Porzingis. There's the pass to Brunson. 6 to shoot. Doncic against McCollum. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Credit the defense right there. They have not allowed this guy to get going at all in this period.
And it's Lillard missing.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Down low. Will it go? Porzingis trying to get free. Green, no luck. Trailblazers leading by 7. Here's Lillard, not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. Lillard's got his second bucket of the night. And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Yeah, proficiency from range, away from home, much easier said than done. They played a terrific ball game.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. And Lillard gets it to go.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Mavericks trail by 12. They've got Bielitsa. Luka Doncic out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Cauley Stein. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. And it's Doncic missing.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Junior, in his last outing against the Rockets, had a huge night. He scored 18 points, and as he always seems to do, piled up rebound after rebound. He put up great numbers in a terrific effort. It's not a game that anyone wanted to miss, and he'll be looking for a repeat performance tonight, Kevin.
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
One of the things I like about this guy, he's able to up the intensity whenever needed, and players really feed off his energy.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Shot by Bielitsa and nobody around. Another 3 for Dallas.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
Outside Hood. Fast break Dallas. A floater, and it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Finney Smith. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Portland. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Here's Ewing. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Ewing's got 5 points so far.
Well, just finished through contact like the defender isn't even there. Junior loves a challenge.
Brunson kicks to Finney Smith. And here is Green. No points in the game yet for him. Brunson off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Portland leading by 7. McCollum outside. Over Doncic. And it's off the back rim. No good.
And that's where you want to make the next pass. This guy is a good scorer, but the defense was right on him.
And he makes that one.
I think unselfish is a word that applies beautifully to Draymond Green. He's so good at sharing the basketball.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his special?
Whatever he made, it was special. It wouldn't matter.
Porzingis, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Just 5 to shoot. Hood dishes to Junior. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Some players don't like to attack the interior. Not the case with Junior. He'll attack anywhere he sees an opening.
Now Porzingis, looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. Brunson kicks to Doncic. Finney-Smith passes to Brunson. Doncic right side. And stolen by Junior. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Hood gets the bucket.
Well, you love to see Rodney Hood finish in the face of that contact. How about the grit on that move?
Lillard against Brunson. Shot clock at 6. Here's Doncic. Off the mark from 16 feet out. And so it's Portland in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave. Thanks so much, David. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Carmelo Anthony really has his fingerprints all over this one.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the floor for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Junior's out there with Nurkic, and it's Hood in at the 3 spot. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. The Mavericks have their young star tandem in Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. KP said, we can be a pretty deadly duo. It's only going to be a matter of time. Once we get that 2-man game going, it's going to be hard to stop. Guys, it's already hard to stop. Back to you.
A team on the rise, David. Thank you so much. Ewing's shot is good.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Doncic feeling it out. Pass to Porzingis. And stolen by Hood. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter.
1 for 5 has got to be a frustrating start, and they just don't look sharp right now. Can they find their offensive game?
Got that bucket in no time at all. Finney-Smith's got 5.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from 3-point range.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
And 1:01 left to play here in the third. Porzingis can't hit. Portland leading by 6. Here's the floater. Count the basket.
The natural offensive talent of Lillard gives him incredible flexibility, and boy, he can strike at any time.
Curry passes to Porzingis. Cauley-Stein with it. Dallas moving it around. Here's Doncic. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful 2-hand jam. McCollum outside. Shoots over Curry. Not enough on that one as it misses.
I'll tell you, he has looked just a step slow all game, but his teammates, boy, have they come through.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Back to Doncic. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Here's Bielitsa. Shoots over Lillard, and that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Portland with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. We've got Jalen Brunson. Porzingis is out there with Green. Then there's Doncic, and it's Finney Smith in at the 3, the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Floats it up for Junior.
I really admire the presence of mind from Rodney Hood. He's terrific at realizing when one of his teammates is wide open.
Now here's Brunson. Finney Smith kicks to Doncic. Lets a floater go, and he comes up with the deuce.
There is this fundamental confidence to what Luka does, and those difficult floaters, no problem.
Out of bounds, Dallas takes possession. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile one block.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Brunson against Lillard. Brunson the pass to Green. Right wing. Doncic outside. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Brunson. From outside, off the mark.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Porzingis with the block.
Porzingis so fast off the floor when he challenges a shot. Helps him get a lot of blocks like that one.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
And last year, Dallas gave Porzingis the contract he was looking for to the tune of $158 million.
And Greg, credit the Dallas organization for believing in Kristaps Porzingis' talent. And now credit Porzingis, because you have to share shot attempts and usage with Luka Doncic. What has he done? He's concentrated on better rebounding, better rim protecting. This guy is all in on winning, and what a combination these two guys can be. They'll just attack the defense time and time again. Junior knows what constant pressure he can apply.
Good, Junior. And both free throws good for Junior. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Pass to Finney Smith. And here is Green. And there's the pass to Brunson. Clock at 6. Here's Porzingis. No good from 11 feet. Trailblazers leading by 8. Here's Nurkic. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
Yeah, quick thinking wins Dame assist. Finds the open man and the ball instantly there for the finish.
Doncic against McCollum. Passes it to Brunson. Outside, Green. Dallas again missing.
Simply put, a bad shot, guys. They all know they can get a better look than that.
Junior with it. Kicks to Lillard. Back to Ewing. And it's Hood in the corner. And a miss there on the triple. Mavericks trail by 10. And here we go. The 3 for Doncic. Rebounded by Hood. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. The 3. Ewing inside. Porzingis with the block. 3 on 3. Finney-Smith passes to Brunson. Green dishes to Doncic. 1:29 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Brunson. From deep. Buries the long-range jumper. Brunson's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Mavs. And here's Lillard, who brings it up for Portland. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter.
And the tenacity of Junior's inside play goes right into the defender to get a foul and put the shot up.
And no good is the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. Bialica, he's checked in for the Mavericks. And the second of 2 is good. That stretches their lead to 8. Dallas now running out of time. 1:12 left in the fourth quarter. Doncic, no good. Portland's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Lillard attacking.
And when Lillard sees an opening, he takes full advantage. Skilled at drawing contact.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 9. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good. Porzingis trying to get free, and it's Doncic missing. And here's Portland. Lillard outside. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Good on the wing, guarded by Doncic. McCollum kicks to Lillard. 5 on the clock, takes a 3. Offensive rebound. Here's Junior. Dishes it to Nurkic, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. This one just all but in the books.
Yeah, too many points, not enough time.
And here's Barea outside. Back to Marjanovic. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock.
Well, this is what you call your big man playing big. Terrific work on the glass.
Ewing, the pass to Hazanya. Back to Ewing. And so it's Portland winning this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Olin, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.
Yeah, what up? Hey, what you working on? Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do. next one.
That's all you, Hassan. Yeah, let's go. Come on. Get it started, man. Let's get it started.
Get your mind right.
Keep shooting that, man. Hey, see you later, man.
All right, everyone, bring it in. Great game last night. One of the best I've been a part of. Let's keep that focus and energy going in today's practice. Aim to be great. We gotta keep teams from getting easy baskets on the break. So let's focus on that transition D. Set it up and get started.
Focus, focus! I got him, I got him. Ball, huh? Right. Breeze all day, baby. Get through, get through! Shut up, shut up, shut up!
Just like that.
Hey, hey! Can't stop you! I got ball! Yeah, let's go, let's do it! Hey, don't let him shoot that! Hey, keep the ball. Hey, go! Mismatch! Oh, foul! That's all you! That's all you! Get the board! Back out! I got ball! Good snatch, Hassan!
Good to know that you understand there's more to this game than offense. Let's work on that defense today.
Let's get it started, man. Let's get it started. Hey, keep the ball. Hey, help him out. He needs the rebound. Hey, yo, right there. Get board.
Keep it going.
Hey, who got ball?
your head in the game.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. You got it. You got it. Come on, man. Yeah, you can't guard me. You could do better than that.
Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do. You're like money in the bank. Come on, man, you could do better than that. Again.
Hey, I'll see you later.
Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do.
Again. Now we're rolling. Man, I can't even watch this.
You can't guard me!
Hey, see you later, man.
So come prepared.
With so much to do and so many challenges to face in the simulated years to come, 2K21's current gen version of My League provides endless possibilities for you to play through.
From the plains of Oklahoma, Welcome high above downtown Oklahoma City. Well, the week, DA, it's all yours.
Well, guys, I'm very familiar.
He's certainly come a long way, DA. Thanks. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony out there with Trevor Ariza, and it's Junior and it's the pivot manning the middle. And for Oklahoma City, Schroeder and Gilgeous-Alexander, they're up in the backcourt. And then there's Steven Adams, and it's Baisley in at the power forward. Greg, the two words you and I don't like the most in this game, load management. Why do we see more of it now than when you played in the game?
A couple of things. I think sports science has evolved, and I've talked to a ton of coaches about this. The reality is that now they don't determine whether or not a guy's going to play. It's going to be the people that work with the strength and conditioning. They determine if a guy is ready to go. Secondly, I would also say the contracts now, the investments that teams have in these assets, you want to try to prolong their careers as long as possible. And so I think it's a smart move from an investment standpoint.
You bring up some great points. Passes to Schroeder beyond the arc. Tipped away and out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. And the Thunder with possession.
Well, Melo made his way back into the league last season. He was immediately a heavy minutes player for the Blazers. Looked good as a third scoring option for the team.
And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go. That one falls.
The classic combo guard. Gilgeous-Alexander is effective in the two-man game, especially on that first option, taking it himself. And with Melo not having to bear so much of the scoring load, I think was good for him.
Yeah, especially since he took about a year off from playing. Melo had to take a long look in the mirror about how he can help teams win during his absence. But he clearly has something left to offer.
Deft touch on the alley-oop.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. And that one's good. Schroeder.
They've come out with guns blazing. 4 for 5 from the field. They've got the deep wheel.
Now, Junior. A 14-point game for him in the win against Dallas.
And one of the big ways he came through was at the foul line. They couldn't contain him. He was equally effective at scoring baskets as well as getting to the line.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Adams. He kicks to Schroeder. A three-pointer off the mark. The Trailblazers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Pass to Ewing. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Good on the shot.
Some players don't like to attack the interior. Not the case with Junior. He'll attack anywhere he sees an opening.
Adams outside. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Ewing against Adams. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got...
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Jerome. Here's Dort. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Drops in the tray. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 7.
A confident shooter from deep. When you give Gilgeous-Alexander space to pull the trigger, he's not going to hesitate.
And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. It's the Trailblazers up 3. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the... And before the game, we talked to Damian Lillard. You know, Greg, he is still as competitive.
I don't fear nobody.
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
Well, credit the coaching. Some guys wouldn't have made those substitutions in the first quarter. Now it's paying off.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. They've got Collins. He's out there with Junior. And it's Hood in at the small forward position. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Junior, in his last outing against the Mavericks, was all business. He finished with 14 points, but it was his season high in rebounds that really stood out. The numbers in that game make me anxious to see what he can do tonight. Kevin?
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
It's all about getting into a comfort zone early. When he does that, he can be very difficult to contain the rest of the way.
Gilgeous-Alexander trying to free himself up. And Torch gets it to go.
And this is Gilgeous-Alexander's responsibility to find his guys when they're open.
A couple years ago, after making all-rookie second team, we knew Gilgeous-Alexander was good. But, Greg, last season he went from good to great.
I mean, how about almost doubling his scoring average? Became a tremendous rebounder out of the backcourt. He gives you assists and picks up steals as well. Once he gains more strength, this guy could be a perennial all-star.
Portland leading, and here's the fast break. Here's Trent. And it's Noel with the rebound.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Noel. That gives them the lead.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why they're off.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Trailblazers lead by 3. It's time now to go courtside as we sit.
Thanks, guys. Here with head coach Billy.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. One guy who's been getting it done is Jusuf Nurkic.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
Schroeder and Gilgeous-Alexander, they're up in the backcourt. And then there's Steven Adams, and it's Baisley in at the 4. That's Billy Donovan's 5 as we get going here in the second half. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable, and there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back 3, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer. Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
Man, I love that last year right on. That free throw good from Trevor Ariza.
And Trevor Ariza, a different player now than he once was, but during his prime, he was as athletic as anybody on the floor.
You can say that again, Jay. He's done a good job adjusting his game as he's grown older. He went from mostly a slasher to a 3-and-D player. I mean, it's allowed him to have a lengthy career.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thanks very much. Well, Steven Adams could be the league's most physical presence. All-star Jimmy Butler said that he is just so strong. Butler says he hit me with a screen, and I thought my life was over. Adams said his strength doesn't help with flopping. The refs are like, get up. Guys, he has a sense of humor about it, and maybe that's a counterbalance to his great physical gifts.
You're right, D.A. He is strong. Thanks for that report. The three from McCollum. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got 5 rebounds tonight. The pass to Noel. Kicks it out to Schroeder. Pass to Bost. Fires the three. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got his 3rd assist on the night. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Trailblazers. Ariza outside. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Ariza.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Muscala, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
Every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
Noel against Ewing. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Portland with the rebound.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Anthony dishes to Ewing. A second chance effort. No good. Shot missing. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. Here's Schroeder. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Here we go. One-on-one. Here's Hood. Rebound by Muscala.
Everything looked good until the finish. And it all goes wrong.
Here's Noel. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Junior.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And guys...
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Now Anthony defending. The Thunder with another miss. Trailblazers trail by 5. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Back to Ewing. Looking to end the run. And Junior throws it down.
And I consider Junior to be a natural athlete. Really impressed with his ability to finish plays.
Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Kicks it to Muscala. Lets it go with a 3. The Thunder with another miss. They play the clock right, then go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Trent gets the bucket.
Well, I love this dish from Junior. Anytime you see a teammate with an easy bucket, you always give him the rock.
Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third. Here's Dort. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. First trip to the line for him here. Now a timeout called by Portland.
Timeout.
In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Adams, he's checked in for Mike Muscala. Both shots good from the stripe. 30 seconds left in the third quarter. And Junior throws it down.
And what unselfish play from Lillard. This guy's no problem giving it up, especially when his teammate's wide open.
The Thunder with the lead. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Covered by Lillard. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Here's Jerome, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. It's the Thunder leading by a point. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Oklahoma City. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on the platter and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, Ewing is out there with Nurkic. Then there's McCollum. Then it's Trevor Ariza. And it's Trent in at the two-guard position. Nailed from three-point land.
Continues to develop his playmaking abilities. Gilgeous-Alexander is an unselfish team player.
Here's Trent. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Here's Baisley. Nobody near Schroeder. And it's off from three-point range.
He hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. Good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
And now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander, the fast break champs.
Money in the bank. Gilgeous-Alexander is more than happy to try his luck from that spot.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Their goal was to limit their turnovers, and they've wasted way too many possessions with giveaways.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Here's Junior. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds. The Thunder leading by 6. Gilgeous-Alexander gets to Adams, and the foul called on Junior. That'll be his second foul of the game. Schroeder, right side, puts up a three. Good on the triple. And now it's a 9-point Oklahoma City lead.
He's so aggressive at that end of the floor, and that's a quality all great scorers have.
Ariza outside. A three from McCollum. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Playing the revenge card right there. Trying to get those 3 points right back. Didn't work.
Trailblazers trail by 9. To the paint. It's stolen by Schroeder. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Schroeder leading the charge. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
What about the vision of Ariza just slashing the D apart with his passing?
Schroeder up top, covered by Lillard. From downtown. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Junior's got 11 rebounds in the game.
This quarter has been hit or miss for him. Mostly miss.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Schroeder. Adams outside. To the middle. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. And that one comes up a bit short. Here's Bost. He's guarded by McCollum. Ariza against Schroeder. That's tipped.
Oh, tremendous reach on the block by Ariza, making a real effort on defense.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
But it had to be. These days, you need to stretch the floor somewhat to make everything else work.
Greg, as a young player, one of your mentors was Patrick Ewing. How valuable was that to have that kind of guy tutoring you, mentoring you as you were just getting in the NBA?
I tell you, he was the consummate professional and really an incredible leader by example. This guy spent infinite amount of hours in the gym in the offseason, honing his craft. First on the floor, last to leave it throughout his professional career. And that's something he had in common with all the truly greats who ever played the game.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Schroeder. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. 5 to shoot. Here's Bost. Ariza covering. It's hauled in by Ewing. Trailblazers trail by 10. And there's Lillard. That's good on the assist by Ewing. And it's 8 points for Damian Lillard. Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. They lead by 8. 1:03 left to play in the final quarter. And now, let's take a look at the New Balance Player of the Game.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. Now, that has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Billy Donovan's huddle with his team. He told them, look, we're in a good spot. The one thing I want you guys to do, stay in the moment. Don't look ahead. Stay in the moment and compete. Kevin, we'll see if they can keep focused.
Schroeder against Lillard. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Schroeder. Misses off the left iron.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yeah, the game got away from them, but hopefully they've learned some things, and hopefully they'll be able to make some adjustments next time.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.